Well, we've received a statement from the family. They have confirmed the deaths of Diane and Ron Hughes, aged in their 50s and 60s. They'd only been married for 18 months and were in Australia on holidays from Liverpool. The family says that they're heartbroken. They're still trying to contact family and friends, and they've requested privacy at this devastating time. Let's have a listen to the Queensland Police Commissioner to find out how that freak accident happened.
What we do know at this very early stage of the investigation is that one helicopter was taking off. That's had 7 people on board. Another one coming into land with 6 people on board. Now, they've collided. The one helicopter that was taking off appears its main rotors have collided with the landing helicopter.
So that first helicopter that was trying to take off and was in the air, it clipped another helicopter, and the first one ended up crashing to the ground around 200, 300 metres. 4 people were killed, another 3 were injured, seriously injured. The pilot was killed. He was originally from the UK but had since made his home and his family in Australia, and an Australian woman who was up on the Gold Coast on holidays died as well, and she had been on that helicopter with her 9-year-old son. As for the second helicopter, quite a remarkable recovery there. Even though the front of it was all smashed, the glass was cracked and people were injured inside, somehow that helicopter pilot managed to get it onto the ground the right way up, and all of the passengers in that helicopter survived. All of this took place in a really busy tourist area, the Gold Coast, an area where there's normally hundreds of these flights happening year-round as people go out and take a look at the long stretches of sandy beaches there. We're in the middle of the tourist season here, so there were lots of people out and about. They saw this crash, these confronting scenes. Many of them filmed it as well. Those helicopters have since been taken away from the sandbar. The tide has risen and that area has been covered in water. The big question now for authorities, though, is how did this happen and what can they do to make sure that it doesn't happen again? The helicopters took off from a sort of small landing area. It wasn't any major commercial airport. They rely on line of sight to try and keep out of each other's way in the air, but clearly something went seriously wrong.